أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. Alhamdulillah. This is Uncle Samir. Inshallah, this is going to start to be one of the series in terms of where I'm reciting Quran for those who are starting to learn how to read, as well as those who want to memorize. Can use these recordings for practicing their reading as they begin, as my students are starting to, some of my students are starting to be able to read and follow along with the Quran. Though many of the reciters are still reciting in a very fast pace that may be a little bit not easy enough to follow along. So I'm going to start doing some of these recordings starting from Sura Naas and moving forward, so those can begin to follow along with the reading to help practice their reading, as well as inshallah perhaps listen and memorize. Inshallah, this is Surah Naas, starting with Surah Naas and then going forward inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I'm going to recite first in a slow pace, and then I'm going to slow it down, and I may also point out a couple of markers and points in case you may forget or something that we may not have covered in your particular class. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Again. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس مالك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Here I want to point out in Surah Naas one very important tajweed rule. First, where you going, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبٍّ, the sound should come through the nose. Rabbin. You can hear the difference when I actually squeeze my nose. The sound should actually come through the nose there, which is called the ghunna. Okay, Rabbin Nas. Okay, Malikin Nas, Ilahin Nas. Now here, where you don't see a sukoon on that noon, okay, this is a tajweed rule. This is a rule for reciting the Quran, okay, in the proper Quranic sound, which is called tajweed, and knowing of the sound. Okay, so here where you don't see any sukoon, but you know from reading that there is a sukoon there, Okay, at this particular junction, you don't make the sound totally through the nose. You don't close your mouth. Rabbin. Now my tongue is on the top of the roof when I would normally say Rabbin or Min. Okay, my tongue is held up to the top roof of my mouth. Okay, but now here at this particular junction, I'm going to say Min, but I'm not going to put my tongue to touch the top roof of the mouth. So I have so I don't have that sound going through my nose like it normally is on the upper part, as I'm saying. Min Naas. Okay, here where you don't see the sukoon, I'm going to hold the tongue back so that it's not up against the roof of my mouth and go min sharri, min sharri, min. My tongue is not touching the roof of my mouth. Min sharri waswasil khannas. Now the tongue is back up against the top of the roof of the mouth. Okay, that is a rule in tajweed. In any place where you see a noon sakin, the noon with sukoon, but the noon is not visible. In this script of the Quran, which you all should know, this is the Uthmani script of the Quran, where you will see the Arabic script in most of the Qurans. The one that I use, most of you know, and if you don't know and it's not clear, inshallah we can put some more information in the comments, inshallah. Okay, but and that's not one of the reasons that I like this particular Quran, but because I was already using this one, this script. It's important that you try to use generally the same script of the Quran all the time. I was going to put the other two surahs along with that, but I'm going to make them separate, inshallah, because this video has already gotten to be a little bit long. Alright, inshallah, I hope it helps a lot. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.